friends, how are you doing? The camera's a little high, isn't it? Okay, so I just wanted to chat with you guys and catch up real quick. It's been really busy. And you know, when I'm trying to gain perspective, I guess, and manage the things in my life a little better. So I've not kept up with a YouTube kind of schedule like I've wanted to. So I do apologize to you guys for that. And it's really shaky. I don't know what it is, but I set the phone in the stand and it shakes. But let me catch you guys up as to what's been going on in our lives. It's been really busy. Nick's been playing baseball. I'm not really happy with how this season has went. I'll get to that in a minute. And so that's kept us a little busy. We have to, here in Texas, they have to pass the STAR, S-T-A-A-R test in order to promote to the 6th grade. And he did not pass the first go round. He was a little short in math and reading. He's always struggled with math. And it's just been a constant problem. So he has retaken them. So now we're waiting for those results to come back. And if he still doesn't pass them, then he has one more chance over the summer. He'll actually go to summer school and then take the test again. And then if he doesn't pass them that time, then we have to go before a board and they will discuss him and at what level they think he's at and decide if they feel like he knows enough to go ahead and promote on or if he needs to be held back. So that is like stressing me out to absolutely no end. My children are completely opposite. My oldest son struggled really in reading. He read really slow, but he comprehended a lot. Nick reads really well, but his comprehension isn't there. The majority of Nick's problem is focus. I really believe that. I think he's just a very distractible child and he hasn't learned how to hone in his focus. And he's just not had really good instructions up to this point, probably up to last year, in math. Because there is a new way of teaching math. We had a really horrible 3rd grade teacher who just really talked down to him. And he's my child that I really have to work on improving his confidence and his self-image for some reason. My oldest was just born a confident child, just very, strong-willed, hard-headed, and very smart in math. And I'm not smart in math, and I really struggled with confidence and self-image growing up too, so I know he comes by honestly. So that's really kind of stressed me out a little bit, but I pray about it daily. I'm putting it in God's hands, and I know that the right thing for my child will happen, and I've got to put in my work. We've got to continue to work, not only on, the educational stuff, but on the things of building him up. And that's kind of where I hoped baseball would have went, because he really likes it, but we've had a horrible coach this year. So we had that. We had his birthday. We had my future daughter-in-law's birthday. And we went to Pensacola, Florida to see my oldest son, who's in the Marines, and he's stationed out there. So we drove out there. It's a 10-hour drive. So we drove out there. We split the drive going there, and on the way back, I drove the full 10 hours, which was really fine. It really wasn't that bad, except, oh, girl, my back hurt for 2 days after that. Normally it wouldn't, because I probably would have stopped more often than I did and gotten out and stretched and walked around for a few minutes. But we left later in the day. Let me tell you, do not trust the damn Google GPS. Let me tell you this. So she was doing the navigating. And for some reason, Google took us a different route home than we came there, which kind of stunk, because I seen a couple places on the way there that I even told my son, I'm like, oh, I seen this place and this place, and we stopping on the way home. And I'm like, I haven't seen that place. Are we on the same highway? She's like, no, it took us a different way home. It added 75 damn miles and an hour to my drive. So we didn't get home until 11 o'clock, and we left a little before noon. Oh my God. So I literally didn't stop unless the gas gauge got down below half a tank. So, and she's got this little bitty car. They got awesome gas mileage, so we took her car. So we did that. We had a really great time. I've got some pictures and a little bit of video and stuff. So I may try to add this maybe here at the end of this vlog. And I'm probably going to have to finish this, guys, when I get off of work, because I'm almost to work. But we did that. We came back, and then, of course, we had Mother's Day. So happy Mother's Day to all of you mothers and those of you that are just a wonderful female motherly influence in someone's life. I had a great Mother's Day, only having one baby at home. Nicholas brought me breakfast in bed. He brought me Fruit Loops and milk. I thought that was so sweet. And Kelsey went shopping with him. He had some money saved up to spend, and so he bought me the cutest pair of little sandals and also a nightgown with a sleep mask. He especially liked the sleep mask. So that was really, really great. I spent Mother's Day with my mom, went to church with her, came home and we ate lunch at her house and had a big pot roast of potatoes, and I made a magic lemon bar cake. She had made a lemon pie, and we went and did some wonderful window shopping at home. I keep saying Home Goods, at home, and just really enjoyed our afternoon. And I was just so wiped out from like all the stress and stuff we had going on that Nick and I stopped and did a couple of errands on the way home, nothing that we should have. I actually did a little bit of thrift store shopping, so I do have a thrift haul coming to you guys really soon. It's a brand new thrift store. I should have filmed, but I didn't. I was just enjoying my day. So it's over closer to my mama's house, so when I go over to her house next, I will stop by there and we'll do a little filming in there. If you are in the Dallas Metroplex, it is the Thrift Giant that is on Northwest Highway. I heard Miss Dion Dean talk about this a lot whenever she lived in the Dallas area. She would talk about, I've always known the Thrift Giant in Denton, which I do like, and the Thrift Giant on Harry Hines. The one on Harry Hines is really big. I do find some great stuff there. I just don't necessarily like Harry Hines. I don't like the street. I don't like going over there. It's not convenient really for me. So I have to plan a trip that I'm actually going to go there. So this one is actually like on the way to my mama's house or on the way home. So it actually works out really good. Y'all, my eyes are still watery. Look how awful. Oh, this. I have this in my hand all the time. It looks like I'm crying. So it's so clean, that store, the Thrift Giant on Northwest Highway. So if you're in the Mesquite, Garland, Dallas area over there, Richardson, that kind of area, this one's actually going to be really close to you guys. It is super clean. It is very well organized. It doesn't even smell funny. My oldest son used to tell me that thrift stores smell like old people. So yeah, but I did find a couple of things there I was really excited about. I probably could have found more if I spent more time, but I found a couple things there. So I'll do a thrift haul for you guys really soon, and just came home and relaxed and enjoyed the evening. And now we're back to work, and we have 2 games this week. We had one last night. We have one on Saturday. It's just nonstop. We've got the end of the school year coming up. Nick has a choir competition that I've agreed to chaperone for Memorial Day. We're going back to Florida to see my son. Kelsey wants to leave on Tuesday, and I really think I probably should leave Monday because I think Nick has his little 5th grade graduation on Tuesday, so I haven't talked to her about that yet. So I don't know how we're going to do that. I may just rent a car to not put miles on one of mine or worry about it breaking down and just come home Tuesday by myself. I've already done the drive. So I don't know. So we have all that. So that's a lot going on. I'm still trying to put Nick's room together, which I've just kind of got to a stopping point because I've got to go through all of his clothes and all of his toys. And I've just not had time for anything. And I was just complaining yesterday about not having time. And I'm like, you know what? I need to stop saying I don't have time, and I need to start prioritizing the things in my life. And so that's where I'm at. And I'm just trying to be really positive each day. I want to be a happy, positive person. I want you guys to feel that from me. So I have, it's a conscious decision. Motivation doesn't stick with you. You don't listen to something or say something or read something motivated and boom, you're motivated for the rest of your life. It is something that you really have to work on every single day. And real quick, I got to go in, but real quick, You know, I was listening to these positive affirmations. There's one by Kiara Lachey. I love her. She's a fitness guru. She's got a positive affirmation video that I've got saved, and I play it in the mornings and repeat it, and I've been doing that lately. And, you know, I just think it makes you feel good. It draws positive energy into yourself. And I was really super just positive and full of positive energy this morning. And I had someone at work that I encountered, and I could really feel that they really needed that, and just really just talk to them as I normally would, as I talk to you guys. And he got ready to leave, and he goes, I really need to come talk to you more because you just make me feel so good. And that made my heart so happy, y'all. So not only being positive for yourself to make yourself feel good and feel better, and when you're positive things come to you, but you're able to give that positivity out to the world, out to people that God puts somebody in your path to cross just so you can fill them with that positive energy as well. So that really made me happy today. I had to share that with you, but I have to go back to work. So let me go back, finish my day, and on my way home, we will chat some more about all the stuff going on in my life. I'll catch you up, tell you about some new things coming up, and I will talk to you guys real soon, okay? Oh, okay, so we're off work. Oh, I have to run to the store. And I have a grocery store really close to me. Man, they're close. Hold on, guys. Where can I pause you? Whew. Being a little car, when you get these ginormous cars that park around you, they stick out every which direction. Sometimes it's hard to get out. Oh, my throat's starting to hurt. I think my glands are swollen. Anyway, I need to run to the store, and I've got one close. It's actually right behind us. But they tend to be pricey. And, you know, it's one thing to be convenient, you know, to be able to run in there. But when I'm paying a couple dollars more per item, yeah, you know, I just need to suck it up and drive the 5 minutes down the road to get to the Walmart. We're supposed to have a wing code. This is like a huge debate topic for my part of town. Is they were supposed to build a Winco, because I have to drive to a different suburb to actually go to Winco. And there was some issues with the lot, some repairs to basically the foundation that had to be made. So there was this whole huge battle between the owner doing it and whatnot. So from my understanding is they actually made all those repairs, but something's still going on because they have not built anything. It is really frustrating when you live right here because, one, it's an empty lot that they have all blocked off with chain link fence that looks kind of tacky. But we either have the expensive grocery store or Walmart, and those are the ones that are convenient. Everything else is, you know, you got to drive to the other end of town to go to, and it's just going to be so nice if they would finally build that and have it just right there, literally around the corner. Oh, so anyway. Okay, so I'm going to pick up, you know, and I'm in this mood lately that I don't want to cook. I don't really want to eat. I mean, I wish that was the case, but I've got to eat at least something. And just nothing sounds good, and I don't want a really heavy dinner. So, you know, and Nick is picky. I mean, to be perfectly honest, he's a picky child. He won't just eat anything. And he tends to eat a snack whenever he gets home with grandma after school, you know, so he's not always super hungry. I mean, now that he has his phone, I can kind of check more and go, hey, how hungry are you? But I like to cook to make sure that, you know, grandma has something to eat also. So I'm in a rut. I really do like to cook, but I'm kind of in a rut with, I don't want to cook. But I don't want to pick up fast food either, so, and I don't know what I want. Like, I went out to dinner last Friday night, and I literally did not know what I want. You know, we went to Chili's, and their menu hasn't changed, and just nothing looked good. So food is just not tasting good to me at all lately. I don't know what it is. But I need to find something. So, and I need to pick up a couple things anyway. I need to pick up some yogurts, and I've got to get some dog food so the dogs can eat. So I think I'm just going to make one. No, I'm going to make, a quick trip. This road sucks, y'all. Make a quick trip into Walmart. So I'm going to do that real quick, and then I will chat with you guys some more. So we're getting ready for Memorial Day to go back to Florida to see my son. So I can't wait for that. I'm really excited. Last baseball game is Friday. So here's the deal with that. I'll start. I don't know if I'll finish it. So Nick played on a church league, which is an exploratory league. It's just, just to kind of get the ideas and concept down of what the game is and decide if he likes it. And he did like it, and he wanted to continue. Well, this would have been the last year that he could have played on the church league. He would have aged out. So instead of letting him play one final year on the church league, I thought it best to find him a real league to play on, and hopefully a league that we can continue to grow with. Now, I'm not experienced when it comes with baseball because my oldest played football, so I can tell you anything about football and what is what, and what to expect and all sorts of stuff. But baseball's a little new for me. So I did my homework. I did some checking around, and I talked with people, and I, at the leagues, and kind of explained the situation that, he's been on, kind of exploratory leagues, but he needs a team that he can grow on and learn, his basic skills and develop and get better. And I just really, really believe that sports is a really good thing for all kids. I think it develops so much more than just an athletic ability. I think, it gives them confidence in themselves, and it's just a really good thing. Are you going to hit me? Good gosh. Anyway, I'm not even going to grab about the car. So, yeah. So the lady goes, oh, no, I know exactly what you're talking about. My son was, on a church league for basketball. We have two leagues. We have the competitive, the non-competitive. This is perfect for him because this is the non-competitive league. So you have, good Lord, people. You have some people, some kids, have a lot of experience. They know what they're doing. They just don't want to be on a competitive league yet for, whatever reason. And then you've got kids like yours that don't, know as much, and they're still learning. So this is going to be perfect. Okay, this sounds great. Just what I'm looking for. Okay, now when my son was in football, we had practice 3 days a week. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Because Wednesday's for church. Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. There ain't no parking spots. Or if there is, I'm turning the wrong daggum direction. And then we had games every Saturday. That was it. Okay? And the practices 3 days a week were an hour and a half to 2 hours long, okay? You got your lawn chair, you got your drinks, you made some friends. You were out there, you trusted the coach. He invested a lot of time in these kids. He believed in them, learning a sport. It was just a really, really good environment. Derek had two different football coaches, and they were great. And it was a passion, and they really wanted to help these kids. Well, the coach we have this year, not so much. Not for Nick. I have not found that coach. And I know it's, I know they're not paid, and I know you do it because you want to do it. But here's my deal. If you don't want to do it, and you're not going to put forth the effort so that these kids really get something out of it, then by all means, don't do it. Do not sign up to be a coach of a team where kids have expectations and parents have expectations, and you don't intend to fulfill those. He already had a team that he coached, which was a grade younger than Nick. And he had these little kids, all of this group, for several years now. Ever since they were old enough to walk and sign up for T-ball, he's had that, and that is his favorite team. Out of the entire season, I think we had 3 practices, and he didn't show up to one of them. And all he did was had them pitching to each other, and he was knocking the ball out in the field and fielding. And he comes in, and I believe him when he came in with, I want you to say, sir, and if you, don't do this or that, and you're going to do push-ups, and I'm like, okay, great. He really came in strong, but then he really didn't do nothing. They never practiced batting. There's just so much that they didn't do. And if you're not practicing with the kids, they're not going to get better. Therefore, you should not be complaining at the game that they didn't play very good, which he would do. And it wasn't until the next to the last game that he tells Nick, you need a bigger glove and you need a better bat. Would have been nice for you to say that maybe game 1 or 2, except here at the end of the season. I'm so beyond frustrated. This man should not have coached this league. He has not put forth any effort. My son has not developed any further after this season than where he started at all. None. There have been a few dads that have gotten out there that have really tried to work with him when they get a moment, but they're dads and they already have a kid out there that they're working with, their own kid. So it's just really frustrating. I'm not looking for someone else to take care of my kid, but when I pay a lot of money for my kid to play on a sports team and you signed up to be a coach of that team, I'm really expecting you to coach the team, not just show up and be a figurehead, of, okay, yeah, this team has a coach, when they really, really don't, because you've not really done anything to teach them anything. So I'm frustrated. I'm really frustrated. So he has the audacity to come over to me and goes, so is Nick going to play next season? And I'm like, yeah. And he goes, oh, well, you're just going to have to get him some lessons. You're going to have to get him some lessons. Because I don't know if I'm going to coach next year. I'm pretty sure I'm not going to coach this league next year. And, you might get a coach that's just not going to invest the time in him, with him. He needs lessons. He needs to learn the basics. He needs to learn the mechanics. He's real stiff. And, I don't know that you're going to find a coach that's going to, help with that, because, I don't know how to teach that. I've got my, 9-year-old team, and, I've had them since T-ball, and, they just get it. There's a certain point that they just get it, and, he hasn't gotten it yet, and he needs lessons. Okay, the whole purpose of joining a city league, a non-competitive city league, is one, it's supposed to be for fun. And 2, they're supposed to learn a little something. Am I not right there? Do you put your kid on a team to get anything else out of it other than to practice and to get better and to have fun? I don't show this irritation to Nicholas because I want him to have fun. At the end of the day, at the end of the game, it's Nick, did you have fun? Yeah, I had fun. He's having fun, okay? But if he doesn't get better and he doesn't have coaches that actually participate in the team itself, he's not going to get better. He's going to get frustrated because you're going to have other kids that are always going to be better than him, and he's going to be a bench warmer. And I don't want that for him. So I'm trying to figure out what to do next. Like, what's my next plan? I looked into lessons, and someone suggested someone to me, and he sounds like an absolutely wonderful, wonderful person, and understands exactly where I'm coming from, and he teaches the basics. Man, but I didn't realize lessons were so expensive, and it is like $100 for an hour. And if you buy 5 hours, then you get it for $90 an hour. And I'm sure by looking at his website and his Facebook page that he is worth it. But I just don't know that I have it. I mean, how often do you take a lesson? Like, how good? Like, can we do it once a month? I mean, maybe I can do it once a month. But I can't do $100, a week. I don't know, so I guess I'm going to have to talk to him some more, but it's just, that's where I'm at, and I'm really, really frustrated about it, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. So that has me frustrated. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm going to pick up the dog food, pick up some yogurt. I'm going to decide what I'm going to do for dinner. I have an idea of a really super easy casserole. It's a Weight Watcher recipe, but if I find something different while I'm in there, I may get that. So let me go do this real quick. I'll come back. I'll tell you what I'm doing for dinner. We'll wrap this up. Okay, I'm back from Walmart. I got a Dr. Pepper. I'm not supposed to be drinking these, and literally I don't ever buy these. Hiccup. I can't tell you when I had a Coke last, or soda. Oh. My throat is killing me, and I forgot until I got up to the register. I'm like, oh, I want something to drink on the way home. And I asked her, I said, can I run and get a soda real quick? And it was just right up from her register. She goes, yeah, go ahead, but I had a whole line of people. And there was literally nothing in there. There was no water, there was no tea, there was no Snapple, there was no Gatorade. So it was like Coke, Dr. Pepper, and orange something. Ew. So anyway. And then, you know, as women, it takes us a moment when we get into the car to get in, sit down, put our purse down, get our phone out. Because, you know, God forbid one of your kids call while you're driving, they're in emergency. You know, and get everything in place. And this car pulls up directly in front of me, so I would not have been able to get out because they literally blocked me in. And so I'm like, oh, okay, they're waiting for somebody else. And so I'm sitting here doing my thing in my car, you know, putting my stuff down, put my little phone up here in this case, you know, the little holder so I can chat with you guys on the way home. And I guess maybe they were waiting on me and I didn't move fast enough because they hollered something and sped off real fast, and my goodness, the things that upset people. As I was just complaining, right? So, don't get me wrong on the coach. I know my responsibility as a parent is to, you know, practice with Nick and, you know, everything. I don't put everything on the coach, so don't get me wrong. But, I mean, tell me, you know, those of you that have had kids or even coached kids, you know, you know on some level your job is to help them improve, right? It's to teach them and help them grow, not just athletically, but, you know, also, you know, mentally for the game and you know, there's just so much that goes into it. And I just really don't feel like that this coach's heart was in the game at all. Like, his heart was in his other team because he constantly talked about them to this team that my son is on. Well, my 9-year-old team is winning every game, and my 9-year-old team can do this better than you all. And oh my God, I might as well go get some of my 9-year-olds on here because they can play better than you all. And even his family members that would come up, and he had a kid on this team. He had a son on this team. And he had a younger son on the other team. So I'm not, wow, it's getting really gray out. It's going to rain. So I'm really not, as a parent, understanding that part of it. I'm not understanding that as a parent. You know, but his family members would come up and, you know, there was you know, one of the family members made a comment about, you know, how well the team was doing. The other one goes, oh, not this team. I know you're not talking about this team. Well, this team hasn't basically had a coach. He's not invested the time in them. He didn't, his heart wasn't in it. They needed a coach and, you know, said, hey, do you want to do the team your son's on? And he accepted it. But if your heart's not in it and you're not going to put the time in it, it's really not fair to the kids. And that's what it boils down to. And I didn't expect my son to become, you know, a you know, Major League Baseball player after this season, but I did expect him to have, you know, 1 or 2 practices a week, you know, and then a game on the weekends, and every week, you know, he gets a little better, he gets a little more confidence. And I'm just really, really frustrated. And I'm on the fence as to if I'm going to call up the league office after the end of the season and just kind of voice my opinion. Make sure that, yes, this was the non-competitive league Nick was on, you know, and there wasn't some screw up there. So I don't know, you know, it is what it is. And hopefully we'll do better. And I would really love for him to get some lessons. I just don't know financially if I can afford them because he's struggling with his STAR test. He's behind in math. And I think if I'm going to spend the money, it really needs to be spent on his academics, on getting a tutor to help him with those things over the summer. So I'm kind of at a crossroads there. My oldest is in the Marines, and he's got a buddy whose dad coached some little league teams, coached his buddy's little brother's team. So he told me he would reach out to him and has sent him a message. So he's waiting to see if he hears back from him, to just see if either he or even his son that is, plays, it got really dark, if they would want to, maybe a weekend here or there, for, 30 minutes to an hour, just come out and, throw the ball to Nick. And, honestly, if somebody that kind of knows what they're doing could just practice with him, I think it could help. I want to build his confidence up. My oldest was just kind of born confident, and just, really born with that desire to be athletic. And, Nick's not the same kid, and that's okay. But I got to find his thing, and I've got to find the things that are going to help build his confidence up, not tear it down. And keeping him in a sport without getting him some lessons or someone that knows more than I do, which I don't know anything, to help him practice, I don't think is doing anything for his confidence or his self-esteem. And I think eventually he won't want to do it, so that's where I'm with that. Oh, okay. So Walmart, I went in there, I bought my dog food, I got my yogurt, and I decided for dinner, if you've ever been on Weight Watchers, you have probably heard of the Bubble Up casserole recipes. There's a Bubble Up pizza, Bubble Up taco, or Bubble Up enchilada, Bubble Up, I don't know, something else anyway. So it's, Bubble Up is, it's biscuit dough is what it is. So there's a lot of them. So the one that I'm going to do today is going to be a meatball Bubble Up casserole. So instead of having a meatball sub with all the bread, you take your, like the Grand's biscuits, and you cut them into small pieces, and you mix them with your pasta sauce and put them in your casserole dish. And then you just take your frozen meatballs and you sprinkle them on top. You sprinkle your low-fat cheese on top of that, and you bake it in the oven for like 30 or 40 minutes, and you're done. You're done. Completely done. And Nick loves meatballs, so I got the turkey meatballs. Yo, dude, stay in your lane. So I got the turkey meatballs, and I've got the, heart-healthy pasta sauce and the low-fat cheese. So realistically, it's not going to be, I made healthier choices making this dish, is what I'm trying to say. So, and it's pretty good, and it's really great for leftovers. So if there's, like another night this week that I make something that Nick doesn't necessarily like, or if I don't feel like eating, and maybe I just want a salad, or I just want some steamed broccoli or something, then I can reheat the leftovers, because they're really good reheated. Railroad tracks. Sorry, we got one more. So yeah, that's what I'm doing for dinner. I did not meal plan this week. I'm so out of it. Like I said, I've really been in a rut with my meals, and I got to get out of it. So I need to sit down and plan better. And I think what I'm thinking of doing is I may attempt and see how this works out, to do my grocery shopping, because normally I do it Sunday afternoon, after church, after lunch, after a few errands, or visiting with family or whatever. Then I go to the grocery store, and I will sit Saturday night, and I'll look at all the grocery store ads, and I'll sit out and I'll make out my grocery store list and my meal plans, and then I'll go to the store on Sunday afternoon, and then usually I film a grocery store haul and show you guys what I'm going to make for the week, and then I try to upload it on Monday or Tuesday. I think what I might do is I might try, and I don't know if I'll do it this week, I may wait and do it next week, to go to the grocery store maybe on either Friday afternoon when I pick Nick up from school, or to go maybe Saturday early and do it then, and then use Sunday to meal prep, which normally when I meal prep, I get, stuff together for breakfast. So that may be doing overnight oats, that may be doing some of those little egg muffin cups, it may be doing some overnight oats, different stuff, or, something, a baggie of stuff together to do a smoothie. And then I do lunches. So usually, I'll do lunches for, 2 to 4 days, of the week, ground chicken or grilled chicken, or, rice and broccoli or something. But I don't do dinner. So I think what I might do is I might actually try to find some recipes that I can prep for dinner. Maybe not a full week's worth, but maybe 2 or 3 days. Maybe I can do 2 days, because Mondays are hard for me. I don't know about for you guys, but Mondays are hard for me. Mondays, it's just like, I am so tired. I come home and I really don't want to stand and cook a full meal and wash dishes and help with homework. Man, I just really want something easy. And this Monday we had baseball, so I did some popcorn shrimp. I did a couple pieces of tilapia, and I did brown rice and broccoli. Follow me on Instagram, because I do post a lot of my food on Instagram. I post a lot of sometimes of what I'm wearing, my thrift store finds, my things at the store that I see that I, think you guys would like. So definitely follow me on Instagram. There is a link down below, so check that out. I post a lot more on there, pretty much daily. Motivation, I'm really big into motivation, so always posting something positive on there, so check me out there. But if I can come up with a couple of dishes that I could prep in advance, cover them, seal them, keep them in the refrigerator, and then all I have to do is come home and pop them in the oven, or put it into a skillet, or get up that morning and throw it in the crock pot. So I really need to do that. So if you guys have a favorite website, has some favorite, really easy, quick, weeknight, healthy meals, let me know below, or give me a link of where you go when you're looking for something, or one of your favorite family meals that you guys do, and I get some really great responses. Then I will I'll do a video, on some of those recipes that you guys share with me, and make them for my family and see what they think. So we'll do that. But that's kind of where everything is, just kind of what's going on. Like I said earlier, I've really got to prioritize things better and not make excuses. This person behind me really is on my rear end. Prioritize things, better in my life. Give priority to things that are important to me, and not find excuses, because if it's important and it's something that I want, or it's a change I want to see in my life, I have to make that happen. I can't say I want to lose weight and then I not eat better, I not do the things, that I can to put healthy things into my body, not the crap and the sugar and the processed food, and then also not do something to try to move more often and exercise and be more active. And the same thing goes with, things, around the house. I've got to finish and start some things, and there's a whole herd of ideas, I don't know, that word came to me, in my head, of things that I really should do, and I could share with you guys that would really maybe surprise you, of things that I should be doing, things I need to tackle, things I need to change, and reasons why they were that way in the first place. But I gotta get in a rhythm. And the thing is that small changes, small steps, slow and steady. Because I've done things to where it is, I jump into it feet first, 100 miles an hour, and I burn out really quickly. So what I'm trying to do this time is to not jump into something so fast and burn myself out. It is make small changes daily. And I think small changes daily is definitely the way to go, because small changes daily help make permanent changes, right? So that's kind of where I'm at, guys. I kind of rattled long enough. If I get a chance, I'll show you my meatball casserole, and then we'll just wrap this up. If I don't, I may put a few pictures of our Florida trip at the end of this video. Thank you guys so much. You really mean the world to me. Talking with you guys and sharing things with you just makes me feel so good. It kind of clarifies things for me. I want to be a real person to you and interact with you and share things with you, and be more than just hauls, more than just Dollar Tree hauls and grocery hauls and thrift store hauls. I really want to do more vlogs and get to know me and just share more things with you guys and really develop a whole lot more to this channel than just, you know, hey, I went shopping and this is what I got. I really want to be a lot more than that. So any suggestions you guys have, I am always open to them. I just really wish I could do something with my hair. So yeah, let me get off here. Let me take in my dog food, feed my puppies, start dinner, put away laundry, and stop and relax. So you guys have an absolutely wonderful, fabulous day. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. It really does mean so much. If this is your first time to my channel, thank you for sticking with me this long. And for those of you that have always been here, a part of my family, I love you all so much. Remember to stop and thank God for today, because it truly is a gift, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye. Okay, bubble up meatball casserole, guys. This is all you need. You need meatballs, you need pasta sauce, you need some biscuits, and I thought I got the low fat. Oh, I did. Low moisture part skim. Italian cheese, your pan, spread it with your nonstick stuff. We're going to cut these up into small pieces, stir them in with the pasta sauce, put them in the pan, put meatballs on top, put cheese on top of that, and bake it. I'll show you when it's ready to go in the oven. My phone turned off. Okay, this is what it looks like all done. So I told you how I did it. This is what it looks like before it goes into the oven. I'll shoot a quick picture of it after it comes out, and then I will see you guys in the next video. Bye. Alright, friends. This is what it looks like. Meatball bubble up casserole. Turkey meatballs, Grand's biscuits, pasta sauce, some low-fat cheese.